Well, I always laugh about this to make sure what.
Now wait, again, we haven't chatted in like a few days. Do you like Breast Friend or Boppy?
I like
couch cushions?
I like nothing, but that's me, and that's just to show you the gamut. I'm nothing. I'm truly one of those people that sits like this, and that's how I breastfed all of my kids, even from the gate. Right, and I think when I go to people's house, they're like, should I get my Boppy? And I usually will grab a pillow.
Me too.
But I think that for someone that's insecure and needs support, and my girlfriend calls herself a wimp all the time, and so she was great with the Breast Friend because it's super sturdy and it's got the little for nudges for
and it
their
has
heads.
a remote control and
it does.
And a cup holder.
You got phone, you got water, you got everything you need. And if you have twins, it's great.
I love it for
twins
because it's got the two. But the Boppy is something's wrong with it.
It is. It just slides out on you. You have to be a certain wide. But that's the thing.
But,
right, I was going to say, but nowadays, if you had the chance to use the Breast Friend, you might change your mind.
The Breast Friend is like this.
Staples, I had no other choice but to football hold and the Boppy.
And that does help. Yes. But usually if I football hold in a Boppy, I do an outward C with the Boppy. I don't even really put it around Mom. But when I had my kids, you had to drive to China to get to Babies R Us, and then when you got to Babies R Us, this breastfeeding section was that big, so you picked one of everything and you moved on. Now it's like, holy crap, what do I get? I think the biggest thing to take into consideration is what you're what you're going to need as far as starting out. And I think everyone should probably get themselves a tube of lanolin. Anyone heard of lanolin cream? I don't care what brand you get, but I will tell you something that you need to keep in mind is that a lot of these products have alcohol in them. Read your ingredients. You should get something as pure as possible when it comes to
lanolin, does it?
No. So a lot of this, like I think the Gerber nipple stick. Hello. Anyway, has rubbing alcohol in it. Now, if you have bleeding nipples, go ahead and stick a stick with. Hello. I mean, you're told not to use soap in your pregnancy and so on because you don't want to dry out your nipples. So certainly should not be using something with rubbing alcohol in it. Does that make sense?
No.
So pure lanolin cream is your best. If you're severely allergic to wool and can't handle lanolin, there are substitutes. You can find them online. Substitute for lanolin cream, and it'll come right up. Okay, I think that's important.
So you're not supposed to use soap because you're going to dry.
You should not be using soap from here on forward. Yeah, you can kind of wash up here and let it run down, but
no soap
I don't want to get all into it, but you have Montgomery glands. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. They're like kind of almost like pimples around this outside of your areola. Some women can hardly see it. Anyway, those secrete antimicrobial oils which keep your skin healthy by being an oil and also clean by being antimicrobial. So you really do not need to wash that away. You don't want to. Your body's preparing for what's ahead.